At the same time, O'Neal's career seemed to have taken off after he was chosen as Thackeray's Irish rogue Redmond Barry, alias Barry Lyndon, in Stanley Kubrick's 1975 long, lavish, and loving recreation of 18th century sensibility. Stanley had a great eye for art, O'Neal remembered. He was set on achieving his goal and would do anything to do so. There were up to 100 takes at times. I didn't want to go crazy, though. People didn't like the movie or O'Neal's act, but both have since become famous. Since Love Story, O'Neal was known as a Hollywood star, and many people thought he was too modern for a story set in that time. In fact, O'Neal, who is the only American in the group, does a good job of showing how cool and emotionless the character is and how disconnected he feels from his surroundings. It was back to Bogdanovich for Nickelodeon, 1976, a dull look at the early days of silent movies that O'Neal, who was a lawyer who became a director, couldn't save. O'Neal got a lot of flack for his part as Brigadier General James Gavin in Richard Attenborough's 1977 epic about the Second World War. The movie stars an all-star cast of male actors. Because of the bad reviews, O'Neal tried to change his image by playing a quiet, nameless lone wolf being chased by the police through a film noir setting in Walter Hill's modern-day western The Driver, 1978. However, even though it got mostly good reviews, it didn't help his success. Oliver's Story, 1978, the follow-up to Love Story, showed clear signs of panic, and he worked with Streisand again on The Main Event, 1979. In the second one, which is another screwball comedy try, he plays Kid Natural, a useless boxer whose contract Streisand has taken over. As O'Neal got older, it seemed like good parts tried to avoid him. Still, he kept playing naive characters in comedies and tried his hand at playing action heroes every once in a while. One of his best roles was as an egotistical film director in Irreconcilable Differences, 1984, which was clearly based on Bogdanovich. One of the strangest roles he ever had was as a pot-smoking would-be writer in Norman Mailer's eccentric 1987 movie Tough Guys Don't Dance. Because it was hard for him to get roles in full-length movies, O'Neal went back to TV and played Fawcett's married boyfriend in the excellent miniseries Small Sacrifices, 1989. It was over with O'Neal's second marriage. He was seeing Fawcett, and they had a son called Redmond, after O'Neal's character in Barry Lyndon. They had been together since 1979. Because Fawcett was involved, he was able to get the TV show Good Sports, 1991. It was a ratings disaster, finished with a lot of fighting, and made things hard between O'Neal and Fawcett. O'Neal also knew he was a troubled star who wasn't getting any younger and didn't have many hits or good shows. In the 1996 movie Faithful, he played a husband who hires a hitman to kill his wife. In 1998, he played a shady businessman in Zero Effect. And in 2000, he played a judge in The List and an older movie star in People I Know. After a fight with Griffin in 2007, he was arrested on charges of assault and careless firing of a firearm. He and Redmond were caught for drug possession the next year and were ordered to go through drug rehabilitation. When asked about it in 2012, O'Neal said he had prostate cancer, even though he had just gotten better from leukemia a few years before. He was still able to work despite all of this. He played a regular role on the CSI TV show Bones from 2006 to 2017, and a cruel voyeur in the horror parody Slumber Party Slaughter. An appearance of him was also seen at a fancy Hollywood party in Terrence Malick's 2017 film Knight of Cups. In 2016, O'Neal and McGraw worked together again on a tour of the U.S. of A.R. Gurney's two-hander love letters. He broke up with Fawcett in the late 1990s, but they got back together in 2001 and stayed together until she died of cancer in 2009. Kevin, his brother, died in January 2023. His 4 children and 5 grandkids will miss him.